Get ready for a wild ride? Movie fans, 2024 just got a whole lot scarier with the arrival of Alien Romulus. This isn't just another sequel, it's a full-blown revival of one of the most iconic horror franchises in film history. Let's get started. Before we journey into the depths of Alien Romulus, let's take a moment to appreciate the legacy of terror that precedes it. The Alien franchise, born in 1979 with Ridley Scott's masterpiece, redefined science fiction horror. Alien Romulus steps into some big shoes. Alien Romulus catapults us into the vast and unforgiving expanse of deep space. Our protagonists are a group of explorers, scientists, and, of course, a few corporate types who are probably up to no good. This rescue mission is about to turn into a desperate fight for survival. Responding to the distress call, the crew of the spaceship stumbles upon a desolate and eerily beautiful planet. The planet's surface is littered with the remnants of a long-dead civilization, a haunting reminder that they are not the first to be drawn to this desolate corner of the galaxy. The hunt is on, and the crew of the spaceship is woefully unprepared for the nightmare that awaits them. The discovery of the Xenomorph throws the crew into a desperate fight for survival. This isn't some mindless killing machine. It's a cunning predator that stalks its prey with chilling intelligence. The stage is set for a final showdown, a confrontation that will determine the fate of the survivors and perhaps the future of humanity itself. Now let's address the elephant-sized xenomorph in the room. How does Alien Romulus stack up against the classics that came before? While the film certainly pays homage to its predecessors, it also carves out its own unique identity within the franchise. Romulus doesn't shy away from its heritage. It embraces it, using those familiar tropes as a springboard to launch into new and terrifying territory. One of the most notable differences between Alien Romulus and its predecessors is its approach to horror. It's a film that understands the power of both visceral thrills and psychological terror, weaving them together to create an experience that lingers long after the credits roll. It's not just about surviving the physical threat of the xenomorph, it's about confronting the darkness within ourselves. Alien Romulus understands that true horror evolves with its audience. The Xenomorph, for instance, has never looked more terrifying. Alien Romulus is a film that respects its legacy while also forging its own path. Stepping into the hallowed halls of iconic sci-fi heroines is no easy feat, but lead actor's name, portraying the steely lead character's name, manages to carve their own path while paying homage to the legendary Ellen Ripley. Lead actor's name delivers a powerhouse performance, capturing both the physicality and the emotional depth demanded by the role. It's a performance that elevates Alien Romulus beyond a simple monster flick, injecting it with a powerful dose of human drama. While lead actor's name shines as the film's anchor, the supporting cast of Alien Romulus paints a vivid tapestry of humanity facing the abyss. Each character, from the grizzled veteran to the wide-eyed rookie, brings their own unique flavor to the mix, creating a believable and often heartbreaking portrayal of a crew pushed to the brink of madness. Despite these minor shortcomings, the ensemble cast for the most part delivers compelling performances, grounding the film's more outlandish elements in a relatable human experience. Let's face it, as captivating as the human drama might be, the real star of any Alien film is the Xenomorph itself. The design team deserves a standing ovation for their work on the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph, in its latest iteration, transcends its role as a mere monster. It becomes an embodiment of primal fear, a force of nature unleashed upon the unsuspecting crew. Section 1. Visual Masterclass Painting with Darkness and Dread. From the opening frames, Alien Romulus establishes a visual language that screams isolation, claustrophobia, and impending doom. Director of photography, DOP's name, deserves a standing ovation for crafting a world that is as beautiful as it is terrifying, using light and shadow like a painter wielding a brush dipped in both starlight and nightmare fuel. The vastness of space is rendered with breathtaking realism, showcasing the cold, indifferent beauty of the cosmos. Nebulae swirl with vibrant colors, stars twinkle in the distance, and yet, amidst this cosmic grandeur, the spaceship feels utterly insignificant, a tiny speck of humanity, adrift in an uncaring void. But it's within the confines of the ship where the film's visual mastery truly shines. Corridors are bathed in a sickly, flickering light, casting long, ominous shadows that dance with every movement. The metallic surfaces seem to sweat with condensation, reflecting the fear and paranoia that grip the crew. Every frame is meticulously composed, guiding our eyes through the labyrinthine sets, creating a constant sense of unease. We're never quite sure what lurks around the next corner, what horrors might be hidden in the shadows. This masterful use of light and shadow keeps us on edge, reminding us that in the depths of space, darkness is more than just the absence of light. It's a breeding ground for terror. Section 2. Xenomorph reinvented a symphony of practical and CGI terror. Let's talk about the main attraction, the stuff of nightmares, the Xenomorph. In Alien Romulus, the iconic monster receives a terrifying makeover. Romulus blends practical effects with cutting-edge CGI, creating a creature that is both familiar and utterly alien. The result is a terrifyingly realistic portrayal of a biomechanical predator. We see the glistening slime trailing from its jaws, the way its exoskeleton catches the light. CGI elevates the Xenomorph to a new level of horror. Its attacks are lightning-fast and brutal, pouncing on its victims with an agility impossible with practical effects alone. While CGI plays a crucial role in bringing the Xenomorph to life, Alien Romulus never forgets the importance of practical effects in grounding the horror in a tangible reality. The film is a love letter to the gritty, visceral aesthetic of the original Alien, a reminder that sometimes the most effective scares are the ones that feel the most real. The makeup and gore effects are nothing short of spectacular. We're talking about chest-bursters that will make you shield your eyes, face-huggers that will haunt your dreams, and enough blood and guts to satisfy even the most hardcore horror fan. But it's not just about gratuitous gore. Every gruesome detail serves a purpose, enhancing the sense of danger and reminding us of the very real consequences of encountering the Xenomorph. The film's commitment to practical effects extends beyond the creature itself. The sets are meticulously crafted with a lived-in grittiness that adds to the realism. We see the wear and tear on the spaceship's interior, the grime caked onto every surface, the flickering lights that suggest a system on the verge of collapse. This dedication to detail creates an immersive experience, drawing us into the world of Alien Romulus and making the horror feel all the more palpable. It's a testament to the filmmaker's understanding that true horror thrives on a sense of realism, a belief that the most terrifying things are often the ones we can almost believe are real. In the vast vacuum of space, sound doesn't travel, but Alien Romulus makes sure your heart pounds in your chest with every chilling note of its score. Composed by the masterful composer's name, the soundtrack doesn't just accompany the visuals. It weaves itself into the very fabric of the film, heightening the tension, amplifying the scares, and leaving you breathless with anticipation. From the ominous low hum that underscores the exploration of the derelict spaceship, to the heart-stopping crescendos that accompany the Xenomorph's brutal attacks, the music is a masterclass in suspense building. It's a symphony of dread, each note carefully chosen to evoke a primal fear within the viewer. One of the most striking aspects of the score is its use of unconventional instrumentation and sound design. You'll hear eerie, distorted vocals, metallic clangs that sound like the dying gasps of the spaceship, and haunting melodies played on instruments that defy easy categorization. It's a soundscape that is both beautiful and unsettling, perfectly capturing the film's blend of cosmic wonder and visceral horror. The score for Alien Romulus doesn't rely on cheap jump scares or overblown orchestral stabs. Instead, it operates on a more insidious level, burrowing under your skin, amplifying the silence between the screams and leaving you in a perpetual state of unease. It's a testament to the power of sound design and its ability to elevate a horror film from merely watchable to truly unforgettable. While the score for Alien Romulus is undeniably effective, some of the film's most terrifying moments are defined by the absence of sound. The filmmakers understand that silence can be just as potent as a deafening roar, and they utilize it masterfully throughout the film to create an atmosphere of unbearable tension. The silence of space is a character in itself, a suffocating blanket that amplifies every creak of the spaceship, every labored breath of the crew. It's in those moments of quiet anticipation when the music fades to a whisper and the only sound is the pounding of your own heart that Alien Romulus truly gets under your skin. We hold our breath as lead character's name tiptoes through the darkened corridors, each footstep echoing in the silence. We feel our hearts race as the motion tracker emits its high-pitched beeps, each pulse a reminder that the Xenomorph is out there, lurking just beyond our field of vision. The filmmakers expertly play with our expectations, building tension through silence, only to unleash a cacophony of sound when we least expect it. It's a rollercoaster ride of sonic extremes, one that leaves us both exhilarated and utterly terrified. In Alien Romulus, silence isn't just golden, it's a weapon, wielded with masterful precision to create an unforgettable horror experience. Alien Romulus crash-landed into theaters amidst a flurry of anticipation, but has it managed to win over the often hard-to-please critics? The answer, like the Xenomorph's life cycle, is a bit complicated. Critical reception has been mixed, with some praising the film's terrifying visuals and intense atmosphere, while others found it derivative and lacking originality. On Metacritic, the film sits at a respectable, insert Metacritic score here, out of 100, indicating mixed or average reviews. Critics praised its masterful use of light and shadow, chilling sound design and terrifying portrayal of the Xenomorph. Several reviewers compared it to Ridley Scott's original Alien, commending Romulus for capturing a similar sense of claustrophobic dread. However, some found the plot predictable, echoing familiar beats from previous films. While visually impressive, it was seen as lacking character development and emotional depth. The debate reflects the challenge of reviving a beloved franchise while carving out a unique identity. Alien Romulus aims to please longtime fans and attract a new generation of horror enthusiasts. Audiences are flocking to theaters, eager to experience the latest chapter in the Xenomorph saga. Alien Romulus delivers on its promise of terror, leaving fans thrilled, chilled, and craving more. On IMDb, the film boasts a solid rating, with thousands praising its intense atmosphere and stunning visuals. Fans appreciate its fresh take on the familiar formula. Alien Romulus holds a high approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Fans praise the film's relentless pacing and terrifying portrayal of the Xenomorph. Ultimately, the film's success is measured by its ability to scare viewers, and it appears to be a resounding success. Alien Romulus is a masterclass in sustained tension, a slow-burn horror fest that meticulously crafts an atmosphere of dread before unleashing unforgettable scares. Key scenes stand out as shining examples of how to terrify an audience. One such scene unfolds within the labyrinthine ventilation system of the spaceship. The lead character, separated from the crew, navigates tight, dimly lit tunnels with a flickering flashlight and a growing sense of dread. The sound design is impeccable, every creak and rustle amplified. The motion tracker bursts to life, its frantic beeping echoing through the confined space. The Xenomorph is hunting them, its presence felt but never fully revealed. This scene is a masterclass in psychological horror, playing with our expectations.
Beyond its mastery of suspense, Alien Romulus delivers a visual feast of unforgettable imagery, moments that sear themselves into your memory long after the credits roll. The film is a testament to the power of practical effects, gruesome creature design, and a directorial eye that understands the visceral impact of a well-placed scare. One such image, both beautiful and terrifying in its execution, showcases the Xenomorph in all its biomechanical glory. Bathed in the eerie green glow of emergency lighting, the creature stands poised over its latest victim, its segmented tail coiling menacingly behind it. Its exoskeleton, a masterpiece of practical effects, gleams with a sickly luminescence, reflecting the terror in the wide, unblinking eyes of its prey. This single image, devoid of any on-screen violence, speaks volumes about the film's understanding of horror. It's not the act of killing that terrifies us, but the anticipation, the knowledge that death is inevitable, the sheer primal fear that washes over us when confronted with a creature that exists beyond our comprehension. Alien Romulus is filled with such moments, flashes of gruesome beauty and terrifying spectacle that linger in the mind's eye long after the final credits roll. These images, seared into our collective memory, serve as a testament to the film's power, its ability to transport us to the darkest corners of the galaxy and confront us with our deepest fears.
Alright, Space Cadets, let's dive into the Xenomorph's nest and uncover some juicy behind-the-scenes secrets from Alien Romulus. Did you know that the filmmakers went to extraordinary lengths to bring the horror to life? This wasn't just about CGI magic. It was about blood, sweat, and maybe even a few tears, mostly from the actors facing the Xenomorph, I'd imagine. Remember those terrifying Xenomorphs? Those weren't just computer-generated monsters. They were brought to life by a team of incredibly skilled puppeteers operating intricate animatronic rigs. It took a small army of artists, engineers, and special effects wizards to make those creatures move with such terrifying fluidity and realism. Talk about a team effort. And speaking of dedication, the lead actor wasn't content with just acting scared. Nope, they insisted on undergoing intense physical training to prepare for the role, including stunt work, weapons handling, and even some deep-sea diving simulations to get a feel for the isolation and claustrophobia of space. Word on the set is that the director is a massive fan of the original Alien films. To pay homage to Ridley Scott's masterpiece, they hid several Easter eggs throughout Alien Romulus, including a replica of the iconic Nostromo spaceship model and a brief glimpse of a Weyland-Yutani Corporation logo. See if you can spot them all on your next viewing. Alien Romulus bursts onto the screen, not as a pale imitation, but as a roaring, acid-blooded beast of its own. It understands the legacy it inherits, the chilling legacy of Ridley Scott's masterpiece and the pulse-pounding thrills of James Cameron's sequel, yet it carves its own path, a terrifying journey into the heart of darkness. To focus on minor flaws is to miss the visceral impact, the sheer terror that Alien Romulus delivers. This is a film that will stay with you long after the credits roll, the terrifying imagery seared into your memory. It's a reminder that in the vast, indifferent canvas of space, humanity is but a small, fragile flame. Go see it, but be warned. In space, no one can hear you scream.